All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, veterans, and all you amazing people out there who love you some veterans. Welcome to another episode, Heart of the Volunteer Veterans Podcast. We got some information to put out today, so join us. All right. Hey, folks, welcome back. I know it's been a couple episodes, but we'll get there. Got a lot of stuff going on. Busy lives out there, all right? But we're working on some content, working with scheduling and all that good stuff, and we'll get after it, all right? I would like to invite everybody right off the bat to, if you have any ideas for an episode, email HOV Podcast 7, that's the number 7, at gmail.com. HOV Podcast 7 at gmail.com. Send me an email with the idea, and we'll get together. We'll get on a call, and we'll work on it, and we'll record it. Too easy, all right? Hey, we've got, I believe our this coming Friday's episode is going to be Richard Rollins. He has written a book called Unspoken Messages. He has another book he's working on right now. He's a Vietnam Air veteran, and he's got an amazing story that you just have to hear. You have to be a part of this episode, folks. He has spent an amazing life discovering every moment that he's living right now. It's an amazing story. It's going to be a great episode, so stick with us this Friday. It's going to be a good one. That's going to be Saga episode, what is that, 27, 28? We'll have to look and see. Don't quote me on that, folks. I'm not going to go back and edit this episode with that out of there, so don't quote me on that. I should have wrote that down. Oh, well, anyway. So, hey, I got some postcards out and about today, this weekend during the football game and tailgate and everything. So if we got new listeners out there, welcome to the podcast, Heart of the Volunteer Veterans Podcast, where we have veterans come on and co-host with me when they're available. We have a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday episode. The Friday episode is called the Saga episode. That's where a veteran comes on for roughly about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, and he or she co-hosts, and basically they tell their saga. And the lessons they learn from their service, transition into veterans land, and becoming a veteran, the veteran that they are today. So join us, new listeners, and if you know veterans out there in your lives, share this with them. And don't neglect our older veterans. I know they're out there. They got the smartphones. They know how to use them. Get them set up on on iTunes, on Google Play or whatever, and get them a little podcast setup going with an alert and all that good stuff, and show them how to use it. They'll figure it out from there. And once again, if those older veterans, younger veterans, the veterans that you know, if you think they'd like to come on the show and tell their story, by all means, reach out and let me know, and we will make it happen, okay? We're always looking for veterans to come on and share what they do, their lives, and motivate and inform other veterans. So if there's resources out there also, we definitely promote veteran resources all day, every day, and twice on Sunday, okay? So if you have those things, reach out. Once again, HOV Podcast 7 at gmail.com. That's the number 7, not the word 7, okay? All right, so, hey, for the next couple of weeks, it's going to be kind of sporadic with the episodes. Really not on a schedule that we're used to having, the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've got 3 papers that I'm working on right now to include continually to read for the next papers that are coming up. So knew this was going to happen. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of getting used to it. Once these first round of papers are done, I'll kind of get the rhythm of it, and we'll be good. So just bear with me as we go through that. All right. So, Hey, I also added a new book to my reading list. I'll have it done here in a couple of days. James Mattis's Call Sign Chaos, Learning to Lead. I've read up to chapter 4 so far, and so far it's nothing spectacular. It's your basic introduction, up to brigade command. We kind of know the backstory. It's like he fits himself into historical military history that we know. Brings up a couple of concepts. They're Marine. He speaks in Marine Corps terms, but it's the way the NCO and Officer Corps works across the board. So insight into that. It's not too bad if you don't know it. But I'm more interested into the meat of it. Once he really got out, because that's where my area of interest lies right now with veterans. So once I get that done, maybe I'll say a few words about it if it's worth it, and we'll take it from there. All right. So, hey, the MRE box surprise number 2. We have the number 2 winner. Shane Lofgren called out and said, "Hey, North Korea did not download an episode. They did not, and that's correct. If you listen all the way to the end of the episode, I ask kind of a question: what country downloaded what? That doesn't make any sense, and it was North Korea. So, Shane, I'm going to get your MRE box surprise out to you. In fact, I'll reach out to you today and get your address up there in Nebraska, and I'll get it sent out to you. So, congratulations on that. And folks, stay tuned. Listen for these little oddities or questions that are asked somewhere in there. If you email, message on the post, whatever, get our attention. We'll look at the times and stuff if they really start to come in. And the first person that does it, or how many number of people, if we're giving something away, then you'll get it. So it's just another fun way for us to share, some of the knickknacks that we have hanging around. And yeah. So congratulations, Shane. Well done, brother. All right. Hey, we've got another episode in the works. Got a hold of an old company commander of mine. Had him for very, very short time. Pete Farrell. And we were talking about the issues with veterans once they get out. And he brought up the topic of re-imaging. We've talked about repurposing, but he is really brought this concept home to me with this re-image. It's you've seen the photo of the soldier, airman, Marine, and one half is uniform and the other half is like business suit. It's kind of the same thing. But you have to see yourself that way. But before you can see yourself, you have to start changing things so that you can see yourself in that light. Pete has a wonderful way of putting it, much better than me, and I'm going to let him do that. He's got some things going on, but he is working on it, and we're going to get together, and it's going to be a great episode. It was awesome talking to him after all these years, and it really is confirming once again. It doesn't matter how much time goes by. There's a connection there that picks right back up. So thank you, Pete, for reaching out to me, and welcome to the family, the HOV Veterans Podcast family, brother. Hey, lastly, what I've got, I'm here in the works for the show. I'm trying to get the nonprofit up and going. I've got to do some more research on it because I'm not real clear on it. But once I do that, HOV will be a nonprofit, and I can start working on getting the van. If you've been listening to the show, there's a little bit of information put out from time to time, but going to be moving the podcast into a van of some sort, something with a high back, so I don't have to, hunch over all the time. But basically take the podcast on the road for a couple of years, bring resources from DAV, VFW, the Legion, VA, any other veteran resources we can bring with us. and we travel around. We find, we find veterans that are, kind of out in the way, and we go and we talk to them. We get them some resources. We get their story out there, or just what they got going on in their area of the country. All right. I think it's something that's not being done, and I want to get out there. At the same time, I want to get my head around what it means to be a veteran. Knowing what it means to me is one thing because I live with it. So it's it gets defined as it evolves, and I like to see how other people define it. And I ask questions to get that right. You've listened to the episodes, you kind of get that part, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm still working on, trying to define this philosophy of veterans. And being out there amongst veterans is part of that process. So, got some things to sell here. I got to lighten my load. Can't be running around with 4 or 5 duffel bags. Got to get down to a patrol bag. So, got some things to sell. They're going to get this thing done, but doing the nonprofit first before I purchase the van is kind of key. That way the van belongs there and it's kind of covered under all that. All right. Another part of the nonprofit, it protects the stories. It protects the veterans that come on. I'm not going to use the episodes to write a book or anything. Not unless there's some veterans that say it. Hey, I'd like my story be put into a book. If there's enough, I'll use those people that say they do, but I have no intention on doing that. People ask me, I have no intention on doing that. Okay, so to protect the stories, get the copyright, ironclad. That way that they can't be shared, and if they want them shared, the veteran Shirley can let me know, and they can have it. It's too easy. I just don't want somebody to do it on the sly without the veteran knowing. So that's where we're at, folks. Getting through this school year, getting this double major knocked out, and getting on the road and living. All right. So if you're out and about, that's where I'll be. And that's it. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of motivation, get you fired up. And all right, enjoy it.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success while you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it! If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
All right, folks, there it is. Hey, get after this week. It's yours to win. At the same time, remember, it's yours to lose too. So get after it. Don't attack it too hard, but put some good purpose behind it. Enjoy your week. Be safe. And if I don't catch you Wednesday, I'll catch you on Friday. But I'll always catch you again. Stay blessed. Heart of the Volunteer. Copyright 2019.